Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. As you can see, this session will remain in English medium throughout for our students in South India, for our students in Northeast India. Those students who are not very well versed with Hindi, we record such sort of complete English medium sessions for them. Like the students who are in Karnataka, those who are in Tamil Nadu, those who are in Andhra Pradesh and Kerala or maybe Assam, Manipur, they are unable to understand Hindi. That is why we record such sort of complete English medium sessions for them. If you understand everything, you have the option of pressing the like button. You can motivate me. Please do that. Subscribe to our channel if you have not till now, and do press the bell icon alongside. That's how you'll receive the notifications of all the exam relevant videos which we upload. Let's start from here on because I'll not be wasting your time any further. The first question on your screen. As you know, if you're new to the channel, if you're not aware, then I'm telling you, latest appointments, we study topic wise current affairs, and believe me, there are several details that I provide during the video. It is not about what is there on the screen only, it is about what you can learn side by side. So try to prepare notes. Let's start from the first topic, which is latest appointments. You will see today who got appointed as the chairman of SBI. You will also be learning something else alongside, like the youngest Prime Minister of Thailand, a very beautiful lady, and that I should speak like that, a very beautiful girl. Anyway, because she looks like that only, I am going to start with the first question, which is basically many more questions like that. Latest appointments is the heading that we are starting with. First question, chairman of SBI, C. Srinivasulu Shetty, that's the name of the person. If you are not familiar with the name, such names, then you have to speak them often. Even if you are familiar, you have to speak them often. So, try to speak often. C. Srinivasulu Shetty is the name of the person who got appointed as the chairman of SBI. The next question on your screen is Director General of ESIC. Is that Employees State Insurance Corporation? Yes, it is. So, Director General of ESI or ESIC, because it is famous as ESI generally. So, you must be thinking what ESIC is, because even the job opportunities are there and you kids, follow such organizations. So, that is ESIC. Director General of ESIC, Ashok Kumar Singh, right? The next question is Chairman of ICC, Jay Shah. We all know whose son is he, and we are not going to discuss anything about him. He was the chairman of BCCI earlier, and now he has become the chairman of International Cricket Council. So he got promoted. Anyway, so he's getting promoted at least. So chairman of SBI, C. Srinivasulu Shetty. Director General of ESIC, Employee State Insurance Corporation, Ashok Kumar Singh. Jay Shah, ICC chairman. Chairman and CEO of Railway Board, Satish Kumar. Please understand one thing. It's not about if you write railway exam, then only such a question is going to be there. It's not like that. Chairman and CEO of Railway Board, it should be, you are supposed to be aware of such a thing, because it is an important detail. You have to keep that in mind for sure. If you're preparing for any exam, be it SSC, be it bank, be it DSSB, Kendriya Vidyalaya, any exam, CLAT, any exam in which current affairs is there, you should be aware of the Railway Board chairman and CEO. His name is Satish Kumar and he is important. But I'll be talking about, there's one more question on which I'll be, stressing, I'll be focusing more today, and that question will surely be there in your exam. So give me some time in a while, I'll start that question. Chairman designate of NASSCOM. If you wish to be at NASSCOM, whichever position, whichever profile, you already have to be somebody, organization which has some repute there in the market. Please understand that. He is the MD of Cognizant India. Half of the engineers and like those who are from, accountancy background, they just go to Cognizant and apply there, even freshers. So Cognizant India is an employer, as in is an organization, I should speak like that. So Cognizant India, India's MD of Cognizant India, his name is Rajesh Nambiar. He has become the chairman designate of NASSCOM, and I told you, to be at NASSCOM, you already have to be somebody. And not that somebody, you have to be an important person. That is what I meant by saying that. New Prime Minister of Thailand, the name is quite odd sort of, quite weird sort of. Probably you will not be able to learn it today, but you have to speak often. Her name is Paetongtarn Shinawatra. She is the youngest Prime Minister of Thailand. Do I need to repeat that? Paetongtarn Shinawatra. Paetongtarn Shinawatra, youngest Prime Minister of Thailand. The next question, new Cabinet Secretary of India, TV Somanathan. New Cabinet Secretary of India, TV Somanathan. You must be thinking this is the last question, that is why it is the least important one. No. This is the most important question on the entire page. TV Somanathan, new Cabinet Secretary of India. So this question will be there in your exam. You have to just write down a few question papers. Like you have to just write down, you have to take the exams first. Do that, and after that come back and do let me know how many questions were there in the feedback section. Do write down. If you don't, I really don't feel like even making videos, to be very frank with you, because you don't participate. You just come and watch the video and you leave it. Try to press the like button at least and write something about, the exam when you take it. Not right now, when you take the exam, then you can do that. Anyway, latest appointments, I'll make you repeat all the questions. SBI's chairman, C. Srinivasulu Shetty. Ashok Kumar Singh, ESIC's Director General. Jay Shah, ICC's chairman. Satish Kumar, Railway Board's chairman and CEO. Chairman and CEO of Railway Board, Satish Kumar. NASSCOM, chairman designate, Rajesh Nambiar, jo MD, the person who's actually the MD of Cognizant India. New Prime Minister of Thailand, Paetongtarn Shinawatra. She is the youngest Prime Minister of Thailand, that I told you. TV Somanathan has become the new Cabinet Secretary of the country. Is that alright? The next question. And I am expecting you to prepare notes. If you are not doing it, you will be lagging. Please understand that. So do prepare notes, please. India in focus. Where India is being discussed, where India is being mentioned, we are studying those questions. For example, recently, semiconductor and healthcare. These are the areas in which those two countries will work together. They'll try to promote it. Nowadays, you watch reels. When you watch reels, people have given you career advice there too, and they mention something like that. They say that you should work on semiconductors more. Why? Because government is also working on that. They are promoting it like anything. Even people who are willing to study something about them, they can go ahead with that, because it has huge market. It is going to have huge market, and there will be important things here in the country. So that is why, that's how you can learn that. On semiconductor and healthcare facilities, India has signed an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with Singapore. First question. And the second one is, India has signed an MOU on tourism with Malaysia. Yes. So you have to learn that question. Third one. This is basically the Global FinTech Fest. Finance and technology. Are we mentioning that? Yes, we are. Finance and technology, that is why FinTech Fest. The name is Global FinTech Fest. India is organizing it. That is why Mumbai, our financial capital, where it was organized. So Mumbai, Maharashtra was the venue. Global FinTech Fest. Venue was Mumbai, Maharashtra. National Payments Corporation of India, RBI and MeitY, they were organizing it. See, it was quite an important thing. Ministry of Electronics, Information Technology, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Apart from that, RBI. Apart from that, National Payments Corporation of India. They collectively organized Global FinTech Fest, right? And it actually got organized in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The next one is Highest Civilian Award of Fiji. Out of all these questions, this is the most important one. This is the most important question. Would you be knowing it? How? When you write the exam, you'll realize it. Such a question is going to be there in some or the other exam. Please. Fiji's highest civilian order. Fiji's highest civilian award was given to our Prime Minister. It is not that DM me on social media. So we are not talking about that DM that you generally study. Because of the space constraint, I have written her name in this form. Our president of the country, she is Draupadi Murmu. You can write it down. She has received Fiji's highest civilian award, and the name of that award is Companion of the Order of Fiji. Companion of the Order of the Fiji. Last video was there probably, or maybe second last, I cannot recall. You just have to tell me which video was there in which I have taught you about Timor-Leste. Our president Draupadi Murmu received highest civilian award of the country Timor-Leste as well. So Timor-Leste is the name of the country. That question will surely be there in your exam, and Fiji's highest civilian award, this question will surely be there in your exam. So you are going to tell me Timor-Leste's name of the award and which video was that in which I have taught that. If you see the video, if you watch the videos regularly, you already know the answer. Timor-Leste, and here it is Fiji. What's the name of that award? Here Fiji's award is Companion of the Order of Fiji, and Draupadi Murmu received that award. Now Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Heads of Government meet. As the name Shanghai is there, are you able to know, are you able to find out that we are surely talking about China? There are member countries of this organization, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. China is the part, India is the part, Pakistan is the part, Kyrgyzstan is the part, Russia is the part, Uzbekistan is the part. These are the permanent members of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Although observer countries are also there, but they are not that important. So observers you can skip. I am referring to the permanent members. India is a permanent member of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Here you can see Islamabad was the place. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Council of Heads of Government meet. Council of Heads of Government meet. That meet took place in Islamabad, Pakistan. That means who was doing the presidentship, because it rotates basically. So that presidentship rotates, like one time Kyrgyzstan will have it, once Uzbekistan will have it, once India is going to have that. So on you know the similar lines it actually rotates. So I'm saying this time it was there with Pakistan. So at Islamabad, Pakistan, this meet was organized, where you may have heard that Pakistan, our relations are actually not very sound, you know that. So Pakistan invited India specifically, they did that. But anyway, Islamabad, Pakistan, where Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council of Heads of Government meet, that actually meet took place there. 22nd Naval Exercise Varun with France. I wish to actually quote a certain things, and that I'll be quoting in a while. First of all, they'll ask you 2-3 questions about an exercise. The number is 22nd. Even that minute detail will be there in the exam. Believe me. 22nd Naval Exercise. The name of the exercise is Varun, between India and France. Now, what I have not written here is the venue, that is Mediterranean Sea. That is Mediterranean Sea. So you have to write it down, right? You have learnt a few things here. In one statement, they can frame 4 questions, and I have framed all. 22nd, Varun, India and France, and the venue was Mediterranean Sea, right? What kind of exercise? That can also be the question. It is a naval exercise. That is why sea, that's the place basically. And if you wish to add one detail, so INS Tabar on India's part took place, right? Let me make you revise all that. India in focus. India signed MOU on semiconductor and healthcare with Singapore. With Malaysia, tourism, Global FinTech Fest, Mumbai, Maharashtra, MEITI, NPCI, RBI organized it. Highest civilian award of Fiji to our president Draupadi Murmu. Shanghai Cooperation Council, Council of Heads of Government meet took place in Islamabad, Pakistan, because Pakistan was doing the chairmanship or presidentship, this time. So 22nd Naval Exercise, Varun, that exercise is basically took place in Mediterranean Sea. So Varun is conducted with France. So we have, relations with France. So since 2001, as far as I can recall, that we have been maintaining such relations, and this exercise has been conducted, various times. And this time it was getting conducted the 22nd time. What kind of exercise? Naval exercise. Name of the exercise, Varun. With which country? France. What was the venue? That was Mediterranean Sea. till now you've actually learnt at least that I'll not be wasting your time. So if you feel like studying from us, so you have the options, you can actually join us. The numbers are given below. You can dial us and you can speak with us on the numbers. And if there's any thing that you're not willing to speak with anybody, then our website is there, online.vidyaguru.in, where you can go and buy a course of your own choice, whichever you feel like. So we have live classes, we have video course, we have complete English medium sessions, and we have bilingual or Hindi medium sessions also. We provide hard copy study material that reaches you too, and that can also be provided. You can also take that also. But if you are willing to just take video course or maybe live classes, so such options are there for whichever exam you are willing to go ahead with. Anyway, let's start with the next point. Now, sports updates. This question is quite important. You have to pay attention to it because there are certain things which can be there in the exam, but some of you have already read about Paralympics. But do you know that when we divide them point wise, instead of making the entire video, instead of talking about all 29 players, instead of taking their names or learning them, you are, please understand that you are wasting your time. Please don't do that. So there are certain things that I've brought here. They are quite important, and with this I don't think you have to study more Paralympics. Sports updates. So we are talking about Paralympics 2024. Paralympics, we are talking about those athletes who are quite good at what they do, but they are disabled. Yes, in a way they are disabled in some of the ways. Here we'll be starting with 29 medals that the country had. India is on the 18th number this time. India's number is important. I hope you understand that. Paris Paralympics, Paris Olympics, Paris Paralympics, Paris Olympics, right? In Olympics, the number was 71st. The number was 71st. India's number was 71st. Here, that means Paralympians, like those who participated on our part, they did quite well. That is why they could get 29 medals. They performed quite well. The last time what they did and this time what they did is quite better. You understand that. 29 medals, in which 7 gold, 9 silver, 13 bronze were obtained by our athletes. So our best athletes could take part in Paralympics. They performed quite well. India's rank was 18th. That you have to keep in mind. Second thing, the rank of China was first. Great Britain second, and third was USA. In Olympics, it was like the other way around. USA was on the top. But this time, USA is not even on the second. It is on the third number. So in Paralympics, China top, second Great Britain, third USA, India 18th rank. 29 total medals, out of which 7 gold were there. Let's look at the names of those athletes who could get gold. Right? Avni Lekhara. She is into shooting. Wherever you see, her photos are there. She is a star player, star athlete, you know that. So Avni Lekhara, 10-meter air rifle. 10-meter air rifle standing. There she got gold. Avni Lekhara, shooting. Women, now, women are not being shoot. I'm saying the category is women, and she was into shooting. See, they can ask you with what sport the athletes are associated. So Sumit Antil is associated with javelin throw. He brought gold. Harvinder Singh is associated with archery, and he also brought gold. Parveen Kumar, men's high jump, also brought gold. Navdeep Singh, men's javelin throw, he is also associated with javelin throw, he also got gold. First thing and the last thing that you have to keep in mind is opening ceremony and the closing ceremony. Opening ceremony, there are players who actually are the flag bearers, and in the closing ceremony there are players who become the flag bearers. So such questions are also asked in the exam. Be careful. The first one is Sumit Antil with Bhagyashree Jadhav. Sumit Antil with Bhagyashree Jadhav. See, the names are there on the screen. That is why I am not asking you to add some details. If you've written this point side by side, you can just write that. So Sumit Antil is a famous player, you know that. Sumit Antil with Bhagyashree Jadhav, they were the opening, they were the flag bearers on India's part there at Paralympics. And Harvinder Singh with Preeti Pal, sprinter. Harvinder Singh with Preeti Pal, they were actually the flag bearers on the closing ceremony of Paralympics. So I hope you have written that. Sumit Antil, Bhagyashree Jadhav, Harvinder Singh with Preeti Pal, right? So these are the 2 players at the opening ceremony, 2 players at the closing ceremony. Next one, Praveen Kumar, men's high jump. I'll make you revise all that, but the last question is very, very important. 133rd Durand Cup. See, Durand Cup is the oldest football tournament, Asia's oldest football tournament. That is what I wanted to say. It was happening for the 133rd time. So winning this is also a privilege. Our states do take part in that. So when they do, they have the names of their clubs. So Northeast, you can see that. Northeast United Football Cup defeated Mohun Bagan. The name is clear. They are Mohun Bagan Super Giants. It's very difficult to defeat such people. Where was it taking place? Was that Kolkata? You are going to write down in the comment section after checking the detail. Was that Kolkata where this was getting organized? Because Mohun Bagan, Super Giant, defeating them is very difficult. Was that happening in Kolkata during Cup? I want to ask you. Or are there multiple locations where this took place? But anyway, the location is not that important. The location of the final can also be important. Otherwise, rest of the stuff, like if that is getting organized at multiple places, you need not write that. First question, 133rd number of Durand Cup. Is it associated with football? Yes, it is. Northeast United Football Cup won that. Runner-up is also significant. Mohun Bagan got defeated. Mohun Bagan, Super Giant. These are the names of the football cups, basically. Football clubs, that is what I meant. So football clubs, so I'm saying Northeast United Football Club won it for the first time. That is why this question becomes even more significant for you, please believe me. So Paralympics 2024, 18th rank, 29 medals, 7 gold, first China, third USA, second Great Britain. Next one, women's category, shooting, 10 meter air rifle standing, Avni Likhra gold. Sumit Antil, flag bearer also, and Sumit Antil along with flag bearer, along with Bhagyashree Jadhav. Sumit Antil, 1 gold, he is associated with javelin throw. Harvinder Singh, archery, 1 gold. He was also the flag bearer in the closing ceremony of Paris Paralympics. Praveen Kumar, men's high jump, gold. Navdeep Singh, men's javelin throw, gold. 133rd Durand Cup, Northeast United Football Cup. First time they won it by defeating Mohun Bagan Super Giant. So, one more important thing that I wish to mention here. See, if you are not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the Hindi one also. That session is also there. I really want you to watch the entire session. One more thing that I want to mention clearly. Please pay attention to it. Don't go anywhere. See, the important thing is there are certain questions that you are unable to solve. For example, there are questions on maths, maybe reasoning, questions on English that you are not able to solve. And nobody is able to answer. If you are not able to find out the solution, and if the solution was difficult somewhere, you know the solution, you want to know the easier way out, you can write down that question in the comment section. Some of the questions will be answered by me. Some of the questions I'll take the help of other faculty members. We'll try to help you in all possible manners. But in the comment section, you have to write down those difficult questions. Here in this video also, I'll give you the answers of all the questions. So try to write down the questions that you have. Any doubt, will answer. Thank you so much for watching till now.